fly a kite at the first ever hybrid Cape Town International Kite Festival from the 2nd to the 31st of October and help show the world that the hashtag everyone deserves to fly in support of Cape mental health. The goal is to raise over 100,000 rand to enable this hard-working non-profit organization to continue providing essential free mental health care services and ensuring that everyone, regardless of who they are or where they live, can actually enjoy equality in mental health access and care in an unequal world. For more on the event, we're joined by Dr Ingrid Daniels, the CEO of Cape Mental Health and President of the World Federation for Mental Health. Dr Daniels, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Sims, and good morning to all the Morning Live listeners this morning.
So good to have you on the show this morning, Dr Daniels. I mean, the theme for this year's event is Everyone Deserves to Fly. What's the relevance of this year's theme, and why would you encourage people to fly a kite this October?
Well, thank you so much again for the opportunity. So indeed, everyone deserves to fly.
Yeah.
You know, Cape Mental Health has been flying its kites of hope for the past 27 years at our annual Kite Festival. And this year, we want to focus specifically on this theme. You know, people have been through a very rough 18 months as we've felt the impact of COVID-19 on our health, on social circumstances, and specifically and particularly mental health. And so we want to invite everyone to participate in this flagship event of the organization. You know, kites are an amazing symbolic message that we want to really give. We want to fly kites of hope, isn't it? During the Kite Festival, we know that kites soar against the most challenging and adverse conditions. And so I think everyone has been through such a difficult time, and we want to really encourage everyone to come out into the outdoors. It's been a difficult 18 months of being locked in and locked down.
Now, the Cape Town International Kite Festival, Dr Daniels, has been the flagship event for Cape Mental Health since 1914. And every year, the festival flies kites for hope and mental wellness. So how will you keep flying during the COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, we want to encourage everyone to make a kite and to fly their kites. COVID-19 has been very difficult, as I've said. You know,
yeah.
It has challenged us on so many levels. We know that over 2.9 million people in South Africa have been infected by the virus. We also know that over 87,000 deaths have been, and losses have been experienced by family members. And so it's been a very difficult time. And the event itself creates a platform for us to talk about our mental health without limitations. We've all been affected in some way or the other. And so we want to encourage everyone to make a kite and fly a kite, because really, when you're flying a kite, you have to look up. And when it rises above these challenging winds, you can only but believe that we will rise above these difficult times that we are currently facing as South Africans.
Now, what can people expect from this year's edition of the Cape Town International Kite Festival, and how can people participate in the Kite Festival from the safety and comfort of their own homes?
Well, the amazing thing about this year's Kite Festival, it would be a hybrid event. So, yes. In other words, you could participate online if you want to stay in the comfort of your homes and the safety of your homes, or you could come out and enjoy real-life events. And with Level 1, we are encouraging people to join in on some of the pop-up events, obviously ensuring that all the COVID-19 protocols are in place. And the online events could be accessed via our website. And these are amazing competitions that people can participate in. They can make their kites, they can make kite objects such as pottery, or they could even design a cake with a kite on it, and enjoy the interviews with various kiters, and also enjoy the kites from across the world. And the kites are spectacular. They're absolutely beautiful. They just adorn the skies. But the pop-up events, fly events, will be held specifically on the 10th of October at Dolphin Beach. And we'll have the beautiful Table Mountain and the ocean as backdrop, and the sky as a canvas for these kites to just soar and take flight. And then the next event will be held on the 23rd of October and at our Kite Festival home, which is Sunflay Nature Reserve in Muizenberg. Both events will start at 11 o'clock, and so we encourage people to come out. Obviously, we'll ensure that there's sufficient physical distancing, people are wearing masks, but we need to come out. We need to get out, from our homes. We've been locked in for so many months, and it's an amazing, fun-filled activity for families, for everyone, children, adults, and in that moment we can forget about our stresses. My cousin said to me, we put color back into the sky and in our lives again for a moment in time. And we will launch today on the 2nd of October, and for the first time we're running this event over the entire month of October.
Okay. Now, the organization Cape Mental Health is a registered NPO that provides free mental health care services to those in need. Now, just tell us more about what the organization does and how people can actually support Cape Mental Health.
Yes, thank you. So Cape Mental Health is the oldest community-based mental health organization in South Africa. We're all of 108 years old, and we provide free mental health services in all the communities around Cape Town. Mental health is a huge need for all of us. All of us need support during these difficult times, but it's not affordable for many people. And so Cape Mental Health provides mental health services to children and adults with intellectual disability, and also to individuals with mental illness or psychosocial disabilities, and then everyone else who have been challenged during these very difficult months and experiencing mental health difficulties. We provide support. We have free counseling online, and we're asking people to please help us raise 100,000 rand so that we can continue to provide these free mental health services, which we have been providing throughout the COVID-19 pandemic as the needs and prevalence in mental health increase during these very difficult times.
Dr. Daniels, we often not talk about the mental health of essential workers. How important is this to their livelihoods?
Absolutely important. Our staff are essential workers as well, and we've made sure that as we provide mental health support to everyone who requires, some sort of intervention during these times, that our staff are also supported. They are the front line, and health workers and essential workers have had a torrid time having to provide direct health care during these difficult months, they themselves having been affected or infected. And so we've made available counseling services to our own staff. We've run grief and loss webinars and support sessions. Very essential that we support our health workers and essential service workers during these times. They are the anchor. They're the frontline professionals providing all the care during these very difficult times. And they themselves have had, families, losing family members, or themselves had to deal with their own anxieties and their fears and their own depression around these 18 months.
And I mentioned that the target you want to raise, how will that be achieved, and how long will the amount be sustainable for?
Well, we hope that we could raise this amount by the end of October.
Okay.
And we hope that the generous South African communities and donors will contribute to these services. The services will make, the contribution of the 100,000 raised will make a significant impact in providing, supporting and just providing some level or degree of financial support. As you will imagine, we run 22 various mental health programs across the Western Cape, and our budget is extensive. But 100,000 will go a long way for us to provide the necessary mental health support during these difficult times. So please, South Africa, support us, donate. We are not charging anyone to come and attend these pop-up events, but we do ask you to donate to the organization.
And how do they go about doing that?
Well, they could contact us directly at 021 447 9040, or they could go to our website, which is capementalhealth.co.za, where they can actually just press the donate button and donate generously to ensure that we provide mental health to all who require support during these difficult months, so that everyone can fly indeed.
Dr. Ingrid Daniels, we love the work that you do. Keep on keeping on and continue helping the underprivileged and those who are in dire need of mental health services. We do appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and I hope you will make your own kites and fly it as well. And every South African, make your kite, even if you fly it in your backyards.
Indeed.
So please join us online as well if you can. Thank you very much, and let's keep hope alive. Everyone deserves to fly.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you so much, Dr. Daniels. We appreciate your time. Cape Town International Kite Festival, the Cape Mental Health flagship event since 1994, held annually in Cape Town. This year, like last year, they cannot have a physical festival due to COVID-19, but we have, two pop-up fly events in Cape Town, and, they're encouraging just about everybody, everywhere, to fly a kite in October to create mental health awareness.
Can you make a kite? When I was growing up, we didn't make kites that fancy. I mean, mine was a plastic sticks, and then you just put it together. So for the plastic to stick on,
like a triangular, triangular.
Yeah, it was not that fancy.
Not that, no, that's just, it went to private school if you do that way.